The American Bonanza Society is the largest group of Beechcraft owners and enthusiasts in the world. Every 2 to 3 years, they host one of the largest conventions and trade shows in the entire country. My name is Benanza Pilot, and I'm an E-Series Bonanza enthusiast who has been flying and maintaining these aircraft for over 5 years. Join me and my editor Ryan as we explore the ABS convention and seek to answer the critical question: is the American Bonanza Society membership worth the price? Our trip began the Thursday before the event, when we took my dad's B-35 Bonanza to Jabara Airport outside of Wichita, Kansas. We made it to Jabara and we need a quart of oil. Holy cow, there are so many Bonanzas. I don't know if you can see over there. It is just 2 or 3 rows of just Bonanzas as far as the eye can see. We arrived about 6:20 p.m., conveniently 20 minutes after the shuttles stopped picking up from the airport to drop off at the hotels. We did have enough daylight to film a completely non-controversial YouTube video at the airport before Ubering to the hotel for the night. We're gonna go get some rest. I got some paperwork to do. We're gonna do that, get up early in the morning and get over to the ABS. See what's going on there. I can't wait. Yay. The next morning we arrived bright and early at the convention center, which was so large we had a difficult time finding which entrance to use. We're probably just gonna have to hike it.
Here we got some ABS members arriving in the wild. We don't know how to get into the expo hall. It's so cool to see them live in their natural habitat. I can hear them grumbling about non-ABS members from here.
Once we found the correct entrance, we were immediately greeted by Beth Barbary, the executive director of the American Bonanza Society. First on the agenda, following registration, was the Daybreaker breakfast provided by the ABS that we enjoyed in the Eagle Ballroom, where they welcomed all the members to the convention. At 9 a.m., the expo hall opened and the seminars began. Our plan of attack was to scout out vendors that I might like to talk to for potential interviews before exploring the various seminars that were occurring throughout the morning. There were not as many vendors in the expo hall as I had expected, and I was not impressed by the products they were promoting. However, it is important to note that I am not the target demographic of these vendors, as the E-Series Bonanzas that I fly and maintain, due to their age, are for the most part no longer supported by the larger aviation companies. I have mentioned E-Series Bonanzas a couple times in this video, and I think it's important that I clarify what the E-Series Bonanzas are for those of you who may not be familiar with the history of the longest running production single-engine aircraft ever built. The term E-Series Bonanza refers to the V-tail Bonanzas built from 1947 to 1956. These early Bonanzas used the E-165, E-185, and E-225 Continental engines as their power plant, leading to them being referred to as the E-Series Bonanzas. Production of the E-Series Bonanzas was halted in 1956, but many of these aircraft are still flying today, albeit on borrowed time due to the difficulty in sourcing certain hard-to-find parts. The fact that there were few vendors catering to the E-Series Bonanzas should be neither surprising nor an admonition against the American Bonanza Society for not supporting aircraft in the fleet that are over 75 years old. Not only does the APS still support these Bonanzas, but they actually gave E-owners their very own seminar time slot, which we will discuss later in the video. I was not initially excited about the seminars as they aren't really my thing. My editor Ryan, however, loves them, and I felt that it was necessary to experience a few of them to get an idea of what potential benefit they might offer to those who attend the convention. I was pleasantly surprised to find that the seminars were more informative and entertaining than I expected them to be. The lineup of speakers included names that many in the Beechcraft community might recognize, such as Scott Perdue, Bob Ripley, Martin Pauly, Scott Crane, and many others who are too numerous to name. The 2 seminars I found most engaging were Emergency Resource Management featuring popular YouTuber Martin Pauly, and of course the E-Series Owner Pilot Maintenance Forum hosted by Scott Crane and his son Scotty. The E-Series Forum is the only seminar I attended in its entirety for reasons that should be obvious. After the seminars, we shuttled over to the ABS Hangar party at Jabara Airport. The party consisted of live music played way too loud, a very delicious dinner, an auction that was anything but silent, and a very small air show put on by ABS members. The Hangar Party provided an excellent opportunity to mingle with all of the ABS members and vendors. It was a great way to wrap up an enjoyable day of celebrating the Beechcraft brand. Thanks to the kindness and generosity of the Executive Director of ABS, Beth Barbary, and the Air Safety Foundation Director, Tom Turner, I was able to attend the convention with a secret mission that I didn't even share with them at the time. They knew we would be exploring the convention, but they did not know that I would be interviewing ABS members to give them one more chance to change my mind.
If you have an airplane that has a type club, you should belong no matter what it is, no matter how big it is, how small it is. You get all of the insights that are nowhere else to be found except in the type club people.
The value that I get out of the membership is camaraderie, the technical expertise.
I think it's tough to take care of these airplanes without the resources that ABS provides.
There are literally all sorts of training programs specific to your area.
This is the place to learn how to maintain and properly fly your Bonanza. It's a very cheap investment.
The cost of the membership begs a follow-up question. With over 10,000 members paying around $105 a year, where is all the money going? Herein lies the final piece of the puzzle, the magnum opus of the American Bonanza Society's accomplishments, and perhaps the fatal blow to those who dare criticize the organization's usefulness, the Maciel Ruddervator Prize. The lack of availability of replacement magnesium skins for reskinning the critical ruddervator control surfaces on the V-tail Bonanzas threatened to ground massive portions of the Bonanza fleet, tanking resale values and threatening the most iconic general aviation aircraft ever built. The American Bonanza Society's Air Safety Foundation stepped in and offered the Manuel Maciel Ruddervator Prize in the form of a $500,000 cash incentive from the Maciel Aviation Safety Fund to any individual or company that could come up with a solution to this crisis. The prize was further increased by $28,110 thanks to the generous private contributions of additional ABS members. Dave Lauren and his team of innovators from SRS Aviation accomplished the impossible, and now he is pleased to offer replacement skins for all 3 generations of V-tail Bonanza ruddervators. There is no doubt in my mind that the ruddervator solution would not have been found without the monetary support from the ABS Air Safety Foundation. Back to the original question, is the American Bonanza Society membership worth the cost? That is a question that each of you must answer for yourself. All I can do is show you what I experienced and how it impacted me. For my part, I was very impressed with both the professionalism and kindness displayed by the ABS staff and its members who attended the event. Despite this, I did not purchase my own membership while I was there, although I was very tempted to. There is, however, one more trial by fire that the American Bonanza Society must pass through before they finally bring me into their fold. On October 2nd, Ryan and I will be returning to the Jabara Airport once again. At the same hangar where the ABS hangar party took place during the convention, I will be sitting down for a podcast interview with Beth Barbary and Tom Turner. During that interview, they will have the opportunity to put the final nails in the coffin of my resistance to the American Bonanza Society. Until then, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next Benanza Pilot adventure.